Hey peeps, happy Valentine's Day if you celebrate it, but I'm not really celebrating it. I'm against the whole commercial thing of Valentine's Day, so what I want to celebrate is self-love because Valentine has been so commercialized that you're supposed to love someone, they're supposed to give you chocolate and flowers. Fuck that. You know, this is just supposed to get money out of your pocket. You need to love yourself. Hey Anaxo, hey, you're here on time. So I just posted a video for you guys on self-love because I believe that you don't really need a Valentine. You just need yourself. You just need to love yourself. Anybody who tells you you're selfish, you can go tell them fuck you because you need it. You need to love yourself. Hey, Aliba925, I'm really happy to see you too. Like I promised, see? I promised and I'm doing it, going live every day. So I know you guys posted a ton of questions. I'm trying to go through them all, like do a video on jealousy, how to nurture your inner child, how to forgive. But when I started doing a video, I was like, hey, today's Valentine's Day and I don't celebrate it. And I just said it in the video. Hi Eli030. You said yesterday that you lived in Germany. Did you like it? Oh, thank you for asking. So I lived in Germany when I was 11 until I was 15. So I was a teenager. I was terrified of it. I didn't know the language. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Brooke, Shelder, I love your video on anxiety. Snow Plum. Thank you, Snow Plum, for watching it. Yeah, please ask me any questions here or put them in QA or follow me on Instagram, send me a longer message there if you want a private message to send me, or go and send me an email from my startup, which is emberville.com. It's in my bio. Anyway, let's go back and talk about self-love, and particularly for women, girls, or any of you who are younger generation, as we're told that we're selfish. Like if you're doing something for yourself, you're selfish. It's a load of bullshit, okay? And I believe it stems from long history of religion in our society. And I have nothing against you personally believing in God. Please do whatever you need to do. I don't believe in God. But the whole concept of religion and where it moved us and how it removed it from true love, how it originated, is just twisted, okay? Even the whole holiday today, Valentine's Day, is designed to take money out of you guys. Buy flowers, buy chocolate. Is that love? Bullshit. That's not love. Your abuser can give you chocolates and then they can beat you up. I mean, they can give you flowers and they can slap you with those flowers. It's nonsense. So what is really important, what I wanted you all to do today, please, whether or not you celebrate it, I don't, for example, do self-love. Love yourself. And I go, hey, Anita La Moldova. Hi. Hey, Miss Wiss. You're here. Shiny honey, straight up. Yep, so true. And so I'm gonna try to read out your comments so that if you're watching me and you're not reading them, so you can kind of join. So yeah, let's talk about self-love. I mean, I'll answer any questions you have, but just self-love. Привет, привет, shiny honey. It's so important, and it is so healthy for you to be selfish. Like, it is healthy, okay? It's not healthy if you're a sociopath and you're manipulating people to do stuff. But, most of us, we're not. We're not crazy. We're not psychos, not wackos. We're not weirdos. We just need some love. Oh my God, I love you, Shani Honey. Спасибочки тебе. If you speak Russian, you can type on comments in Russian and I'll tell in Russian. Hey, user 403595185. Hey, I read that. If you actually put your name in there, I'll know how to call you because it's so weird to talk to. User number is like weird. So anyway, so self-love, okay? Love yourself. Do what you want and you will go against the grain. People will fight you. If you're younger, your parents will fight you. If you're a little older, your partner will fight you. Like, there is nothing healthier for you to love yourself. It is only after you love yourself with all of your good and bad parts, they're all lovable, that you can accept love from other people. And only then can you give it to other people. But we're taught backwards, right? And especially girls. Я очень счастлива, что нашла твою страницу. Я тоже очень счастлива, что ты меня нашла. Hey, anybody who doesn't understand Russian, come on, I'll teach you. I'll teach you even some swear words. just talking in Russian here because I am from Russia, from Moscow originally. Winnie Miami Beach says, you're amazing. Thanks for sharing. You're amazing, girl. I just invented that word. Hey, I'm a writer. I can invent a word. A word. I love you. Hello, Dr. Stans. Hello. Do you have any advice for someone struggling to get out of bed today? Stay in bed. Enjoy it. Fucking stay in bed all day and then pretend that somebody brings you breakfast in bed. Or if not, just enjoy it. You know, like, why do you need to get out of bed? Can't you give yourself a break? It's Valentine's Day. I don't know what country you're in, but pretend that wherever you are, and again, it's a commercial holiday now, so it's bullshit. It doesn't really mean what it began to mean in the beginning, right? So enjoy, luxuriate, go nowhere. Just lay in bed all day. Give yourself permission, and you will remember that day is the best day of your life. I kid you not. You know, we don't do stuff for ourselves, and then we're depressed. We're sick as society because we call each other selfish, and especially a woman, you know, oh my God, selfish bitch. Like, you're supposed to care for your kids and your spouse and the community. Fuck that. No, I'm supposed to care for me, right? But I grew up and I was taught otherwise. And that is why I'm resentful. I'm angry inside, okay? Because I resent these people, especially guys, like, you know, like my boyfriend, I would, for the longest time, I'd tell him, how can you do that? Because he'd do the whole work day, right? And then he'll sit down in the evening, watch his TV show. I'm like, damn it, I want to sit down and watch a TV show. He's like, why don't you do it? I'm like, I don't think I can. He's like, yeah, you can. So he's an abuse survivor. I'm an abuse survivor. So actually, he taught me. He's like, he's breaking my behavior. He's like, dude, stop working. Sit down. Watch him. He's like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, it took me an hour to sit down and think, what is it that I want to do? Because I'm so conditioned to take care of other people. I didn't even know. He goes, that's okay, just wait. And so we've been together for over 10 years now. I've never been with such a wonderful man before in my life. In fact, I never knew that a relationship, beautiful as this, is possible. He told me he loves me more than my family combined all together, all the people. Every day he tells me he loves me multiple times. So that is why I healed, you know, is like I was able to actually take love from someone. Someone loved me so much that I began to love myself. And now I can give you guys this love because I learned how to love myself, not the other way around. How did you meet him? You're gonna laugh. We met on OkCupid, which used to be like an app. So it was actually technology that connected us. They told him, hey, you might be interested in this girl. And then he looked at my profile, and then you know how if you're on an app, you can see the guys who looked at your profile. So look, there's like 8 guys who looked at my profile. I was like, no. And I was like, ooh, this one is cute. So he is so not my type, you guys. He's, do you know Jack Daniels, the whiskey? That is actually his family, his ancestry. So it's the 3 brothers who came from Ireland to Tennessee, and 2 brothers started the Jack Daniels Whiskey Company, and 1 brother migrated to Texas, and so his family line is from there. So he's like this Irish head, like this egg head, like, you know, and he's short, like I'm tall, I'm 5'8". So like I didn't actually know that I'm tall, or I'm 5'7.5" anyway, among women, because I always had tall guys, like both of my ex-husbands are tall. And then he's like my height. I'm like, dude, you're so short. They're like Popeye, you know, like this long legs and this big egg head. But man, I love him to death. He's so cute, very feminine. And that's why, to me, that's very safe, you know, because I'm scared of guys. Because the guys, just any man is like a red flag to me. Anyway, let's get back to, somebody asked something. I was talking about something. Let's see. Love you so much. Oopsie, Droopsie Daisy. Fuck, I love your name. Oopsie, Droopsie Daisy. I love you back so much. Я из Болгарии. Здесь не празднуем Святого Валентина, только люди, которые хотят праздновать. Это круто. Да, мы тоже не праздновали в России. Но здесь, я теперь в Америке уже 20 лет. So, guys, what I just told an awesome, beautiful sister of mine, because girls here, all my sisters here from Bulgaria, she said, hey, we're not really celebrating St. Valentine's here, only people who want. Well, I've been in America for 21 years, 22, I can't remember now. I came here in my 20s, and I'm 45 now. So somebody says, you're so beautiful. You know, I hated being beautiful. My mother is gorgeous. Like, she was so beautiful, and she was abused for that beauty. She was beaten and is terrible. So I hated being beautiful because I would be like a magnet for guys, right? And I hated it. Even still now, if I go outside the door, some fucktard idiot asshole would catcall me from the car, whatever. I'm just like, I fucking want to kill you right on the spot. Every fucking day, I kid you not. So it took me a long time to accept it. I'm beautiful. I was like, I would look in the mirror and I would want to scratch my face off. I was like, can't you just be fucking ugly? Like, can you, like, I don't want to attract people. So it's interesting how sometimes people say, well, it's easy for you to say, you know, you're like this standard white, you know, chick with, you know, pretty. And so you have all doors open for you. And on the inside, what's terrible about it is that I hated it. I wish I wasn't. And it's just now that I'm beginning to own it. And I'd be afraid to look beautiful. So happy Valentine's. She's so goofy. Yeah, happy Valentine's back to you. She's so goofy. Hey, здравствуйте, sister. You look much younger. Yeah, I need to. Fuck you guys. Please don't kill me. I forgot. It's on my list. I need to dig up a picture for you to show you how I looked 10 years ago. I looked older. I kid you not. 10 years ago, I looked older than I'm looking now. And I did indeed look uglier. Like, I tried to make myself look ugly. It was like this protective layer. So you can see actually how it's connected. The brain and the mind, when you heal, you literally revert the process of a lot of this trauma that is eating you alive, and it's making you grow old fast. Hey, Joseph, your content inspires me. Well, Joseph, you being here inspires me. Or I'm not sure if I'm saying your name right. Hey, you guys, if you want me to call you by your name, please in comments, say who you are. So it's not just like user number, blah, 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 something. If you want to. So, okay, let's get back to the topic of self-love. Okay, what we're talking about is for you to be selfish and that it is healthy. You're gonna get a pushback. Please be ready for it, especially people who are not used to loving you, especially if your family is abusive, your friends are abusive or manipulative. They will try to crush you if you begin loving yourself. And here I go as far as, please watch my video it's about how to enjoy sex again, because I am a childhood sexual abuse survivor and I hated sex. And I go as far as to say self-love. God, take time today to masturbate. Love your body. Love yourself. You know, fuck all of that people tell you about this. I don't care what environment you grew up in. Loving our bodies is healthy. Like, we need that. We need that actually to function properly. And we don't do that, you know? And then people around us don't do that. Like, can you go on Facebook and say, hey, I just brought myself to orgasm and I feel great. Whoa. People will be like, are you a crazy bitch, or are you a porn star, or like all kinds of weird assholes are gonna come out of all the woodworks, you know, these creepy old guys starting talking to you. We can't talk about it openly, but your body needs it. It's connected. Like, you can't disconnect it, you know? So please take time today to love yourself, whatever that means for you. Earth my booty hole 00 Luli. Luli, hey Luli. If my family is manipulative and abusive, I'm 19. I don't know how to move out. Okay. Oh, and the next question, are you married? No, we're not married. We've been together for 10 years. We just celebrated our 10th year anniversary. He's been married before, divorced. He has 3 kids. He was a single dad, which is pretty rare. And I was married before twice. I have 2 kids. So we both have like a knee-jerk reaction to marriage. First of all, because it's a religious concept originally, like, you know, you own each other, and we're both against that. But second of all, we don't have much money yet. Like, I told him, I said, look, I want like a huge wedding. I want to go full out, or I don't want it at all, because both times I was married on the cheap with both of my previous husbands, kind of quick. And then back to your question, Luli, I think it was, who asked. So I ran away from home when I was 17. When I was 16, I decided to run away, but I didn't have enough money. So I went and I took babysitting jobs and I saved money. When I was 17, I ran away. So you were 19, depending on what country you're in. You know, I know in the US, like once you're an 18, you're an adult. I would say begin sharing your story. This is how I started. So begin writing a fictional story. That's really important, okay? You write fiction. You imagine What is it that you would like to see when you run away? Because then it will give you this feeling of it being a reality. And then, hey, eat my booty hole. I'm in London and rent is so high. Hey, I've never been to London. I want to come visit. And I know, but you know what? You can beat it if you find friends who will be willing to put you up until you find a job. So you need to really share your story. But you also can't share your story in such a way that you go online and you realize, guys, I hate my family. They're toxic. I want to run away. People will be like, oh, sorry. And nobody will help because we don't care. We're just like selfish, creatures. We are like, hey, I have my own shit. Don't talk to me. That is why you need to write a fictional story. Okay? I wrote my first fictional trilogy called Siren Suicides. Yeah, I'm still in America. I've written 10 books. Now I just published my 10th one. So my first trilogy is about teenage suicide. So I wrote the story about how as a teenager I wanted to be, dead. I wanted to kill myself. So when I was 15 or 16, I started leading a diary and I wrote poetry in there. And I wrote how badly I wanted to kill myself. And I would go on top of tall buildings in Moscow. I don't know if you've been to Moscow or if you've seen it. You guys, it's not like New York. We don't have skyscrapers, but we do have some tall apartment buildings. And I would stand right on the edge. Like I would dare myself to stand right on the edge and almost step over. I never did it, thankfully. I'm still here, but I got really close. So I wrote about that years later when I was in my 30s. But please write about it now, because if you write this out and you share your story, you can share your story safely because your family won't know they're in there. Change their names, change their appearance. You can share it on Facebook. You can really begin. And then people who are like you will gravitate towards you. And then, because fiction is like an icebreaker, and we do that in my startup, Emberville.com. It's in my profile, you guys. We do these classes every day where it's like an icebreaker between people. You get to know people better through their fictional story within 2 hours. Versus them telling you who they are. Because people really take their skin off when they're in their story. So this is how you will find people who will get you. In London. Okay? It will take a few months. It's not going to be overnight. Sorry, there is no fast solution. But begin doing it today. And I trust you. It will happen. It happened for me. Stay here. Come to my live streams every day. Watch my videos every day. Ask me questions. I'm here for you now. So hold on to me. Okay? And hold on to everybody in here. You're already not alone. London, whoever you are. I forgot your name now. Dina says, I want to become a more active reader. Any advice to motivate myself to read more? You know what? You have to make time for it because when you read, you actually escape reality, but it shows you can fight the demons. So here's your motivation. Is there someone you really hate in your life right now? They're making your life miserable? Well, go read I Love You Back, Mona's Money, I Love You More. Go read a book where it's like, somebody destroys the villain really horrifically. It will give you this belief that you can do it too. I'm afraid to write a story. Hey, I was afraid too. But because it's fantastical, meaning you imagine stuff, that your fear will go away. I have a lot of prompts for how to write. Hi from Finland. I like your comments. I've never been to Finland. I want to go. Go to Visit Emberville, which is my my company's the name here on TikTok. And there's writing prompts in there. And once we go follow it if you want to. Once we hit 1,000 followers on there, I'll lead free classes on there, just the way I lead them in my community right now. And it's subscription based. So it's like $15 for community or $67 for classes. And I know some of you are like, hey, I don't have any money. So if you can afford it, please come in. We would love to have you. We're a startup, so revenue helps. But if you can't afford it, come to the Visit Emberville account. Once we have 1,000 people in there, I'll do live classes in there for free. So we'll sit there for about 20 to 30 minutes, we'll write. And I've already done that, but I've done it on this account because I can't do the live streams in the other one yet. So go follow. You're my free therapist. Porn shit. Totally. I will be. Just remember that I'm not a therapist. I'm just a survivor, okay? And I was lucky enough to have enough people to help me through my shit. Hello, Marielle 101. Hey, there was somebody here who asked a question and it scrolled back up. Social anxiety? Whoever you are, please type it up again. I haven't seen it. Xlind Amo says, how to forget someone who doesn't exist. Can you explain exactly what you mean by that? Because usually if somebody hurt you or somebody done something to you in life, that's a real person. So I'm not sure. Luli says, yeah, I like it. Yeah, guys, please everybody do what Eat My Booty hole 00 does. Luli, so preface yourself with the name. So I know how to call you. Preface your question with a name. Luli says, how do I not care about people's opinion, especially when I move out? Okay, I'll need to make a video on how not to give a fuck about what people think about you. But one of the biggest things that you will do when you write is you will begin learning about yourself, who you are, and you will learn to love yourself. And it's only then that you stop giving a crap about what people think about you. It took me 10 years. I'm sorry. I wish there was a faster solution. There isn't. But if you begin now, then you will hopefully spare all these years to your future self that you probably would not have done. So please write fiction. This will show you who you really are. And you will learn how to love yourself as you are. And then you will stop. Oh, stop embarrassing. Somebody said embarrassing self. There's such a great question death. There's such a quick question and it scrolled up. So whoever you are, please type in your name. You said how to get over the fear of not the person, but you said you mean death. How to get over the fear of death. You can't. That's normal for us. Hold on. Farah says, sorry, Farah, Farah. Your thing scrolled up. Hang on. Let me answer first. I can scroll up? Oh my God, you guys, I'm a fucking idiot. I can scroll. I didn't know I can scroll up. Thank you. I feel dumb. I'm old. I don't know technology. About death. It's normal for you to be afraid of it, but write about it. That is how you will feel comfortable, because we all will die. And then Farah says, how can I forget about manipulative ex who hurt me so much, yet I still love them? You won't forget ever. However, if you write it into a story, you write what happened to you, you'll be able to put it in the past. Because right now it's in your head. You really, really need to put it on paper. You get that? You need to take it out of here where it controls you. It's in there and you put it on paper, and that is how you put it behind you. Right? It's here. It has beginning, middle, and end on paper. And that's when you know, okay, it happened in the past. You put it away. Okay, now I can scroll. Oh my God. Unable to stop loving them, unable to forget anything. Yeah, I know. Same shit. I mean, I still love my parents. I still love my mom. I still love my dad. I wish my dad would read my books. My dad is a writer. Like, I really, really wish for him to read it. But then I also kind of don't care anymore. Like, I get to this point of like, okay, I'm not a kid anymore, and they can't hurt me anymore, and they will never love me. They never did to begin with. And you're unable to to block them. That is why fiction is the solution. You escape into your story, into your book, because in there, it will give you a solution. Trust me, your brain is a wonderful machine. There is a way out. There is always a way out. Even if you're sitting in prison, locked for life, there is a way out. Okay? There is. So do that. I've put everything my manipulative ex did on my paper many times. Hey, I can scroll now down and read it, and even burned it. Hey, I did that too. I burned my father's books, and it did not work the first time. I've written 10 books, and I still have anger, but it's much easier for me now. Like, it let go. I have very little left. So it's not going to happen the first time. Write again and again. Burn it again. Write again. Burn again. Write again. Burn again. Like, imagine it took years for these people to hurt you. You can't just get rid of it in one story. You really need to spend almost as much time getting rid of it. I lost trust, if you know what I mean. I don't know how to believe in love. Yep, I know. And don't. Trust your gut. Don't look for love when you don't have trust. Love yourself. Girls, that's what vibrators are for. Guys, you can jerk off. Love it. For us girls, sometimes it's harder. But man, I love vibrators. There was a time where I can only love myself because I was alone. And you know what? Fuck that. It worked. So do it. Alicia, am I saying it right? A tip. Fake indifference until you actually feel indifference. Yes, you ignore their asses. I love that advice. There was another one. If my ex keeps coming back and I love them, what do I do? What do you mean exactly by keeps coming back? I'm sure that there is something that you do to give them permission to come back. But again, don't be so hard on yourself, guys. Like, I just want to tell you that wherever you are right now is perfect. Whoever you are right now, you are perfect. You are enough. You are lovable the way you are now. Okay? And the fact that you're talking to me here, that means you're aware of something that you want to make better in your life. Now, that's already a great step. You're already ahead of a lot of people. So don't be hard on yourself. What you're doing is this behavior you're locked into. You can't just get out of it at a snap of your fingers, okay? Begin sharing. You just did in here in the comments. That's the first step. Now write a longer story. If you've never written a longer story, go follow me on Instagram, send me a longer message with your story, and then write it into a fictional story. And as they always want something, yeah, of course. You're one of the most beautiful women. Wow, you're beautiful too. I can't see your pictures, but I know you're beautiful. I don't need to see your pictures to know you are beautiful. They're always seeing me is not enough. They're like always, yeah. It's because they expect that. So they lock you into this pattern. And that's why I posted the video that you need to get rid of toxic people and toxic environment. You cannot heal in an environment that made you sick. You need to leave. So secretly start making plans to leave, you know. And again, if you can't, then go into your story. That is what I did, and that is what saved me. You can read it in my books if you want. You can see my story in there, how I ran away, sort of. My book Irkadure talks about a homeless girl who became pregnant, ran away from home, and you know, it is loosely based on what I experienced. So I had nothing. I was alone in Moscow and Russia, and what if I keep feeling I don't deserve anything? Well, this is why you're here, okay? That's what we're talking about, self-love. Baby steps. Do something today for yourself that you always denied yourself. One thing. What is the one thing that you always denied for yourself? There are so many comments. How to control my social anxiety. It's really embarrassing. People looks make it even worse. So I did make a post. Go look through all my other videos. It's about social anxiety, and I recommend 3 things. Number 1, realize that they have social anxiety too. So you're afraid of them, they're afraid of you. Number 2, try imagining them, having your own face. Number 3, and this is really funny, I think somebody told me that about public speaking, that imagine them all naked. Like, you walk into the room, just strip them all down and you will laugh, or you will feel like they're vulnerable, okay? It was a trick I used when I did, spoke on the stage, and I was terrified of the audience, and I would just think they're all naked, and that would make me laugh, and that would dissolve the fear. But these are all band-aid solutions, because social anxiety stems from somewhere. Somebody in one point in your life told you something that hurt you. Okay, you need to dig that up. The only way to dig that up is to go into your past and to dig up the story. Write it out. See who that person is, and then try to reconcile with that person. If trauma responds to shut down your feelings, and I'm just like that, can you talk some more, explain everything? I really need your help. Sure. I mean, it's funny, but I think it may help. So, it's kind of not easy for me to talk to all of you at once here, right? Really fast. So 70, whatever your name is, follow me on Instagram and write me a longer message there. Okay? Explain what it is, what's happening, and I can help you in there. Basically, hey, Chelsea, did you complete your goal in life? Well, I am doing it. I mean, I'm writing books, and I published books, and I never thought I could. It's not even my first language. My first language is Russian, right? So I was like, who the fuck do I think I am? There's Tolstoy and Chekhov and Dostoevsky, like all of these big guys. And I was just like, do I dare to write books? But I wrote them for myself, okay? So when you write for yourself. This is what's important, is that it is for your own health, for your own well-being, for your mental health. I call it the daily mental health exercise when you write 20 minutes fiction every day. So yes, please begin writing a story. Make yourself superhero, superwoman, a princess, a dragon, a troll, a vampire, I don't care who, and then go slay all these assholes who hurt you. That's the whole idea of writing it, right? You get back at those people. I would love to learn Russian, says, oh, now I can scroll down, huh? Eat my booty hole. I forgot your name, sorry. Russian is hard. I mean, if it's not your first language, and if your first language is English, Russian it's a different alphabet. And what's my Instagram? It's the same name. You can just go search for my name. Actually, if you Google my name, all kinds of stuff will pop up. You know, my Wikipedia, my blah, blah, blah. If you, do you also speak German? Ich spreche Deutsch ein bisschen. I used to live in Berlin in my teens, so I almost lost all my German. But yeah, I do speak it. What if I don't like writing? Can I do something else? Okay, that's a great question, Aliba. So a lot of people would, you know, write poetry or do paintings or write music. The thing about writing itself, why it is so healing is, I hope it wasn't awful sounding. She's so goofy. Why writing is so healing, because it's the only art form that puts your trauma into a event that has beginning, middle, and end, and allows you to process it. Yes, you can dance, or you can write a piece of music or listen to music, and you can feel the immediate relief of your emotions, but you will not dig down into the story of what happened, and you will not be able to process it. That is why writing is crucial. So I would say, if you can, write a fairy tale, you know, write, just kind of like, I don't know, it would compare to somebody telling you, hey, yoga is good for you. And you're like, fuck yoga. I'm not doing downward dog. Like, I'm not stretching myself into a pretzel. Or fuck physical exercise, right? You need to exercise. You know that you need to, but you don't like it. So it's kind of like you know you need to write, but you don't like it. So I would say, what is it that you like to read? And once you know what you like to read, try imitating that. So just think of it as, this is for you, for your mental health. It's the cheapest therapy there is. Hey, Jude, some days I feel very confident and other days not very. Is this a self-love issue? Yeah, very much so. It's because you were told that, you know, you're bad and you will amount to nothing and blah, blah, blah. It's all of these people, all of these voices in your head who told you all this shit. So this is why you wake up in the morning, you're like, I'm nothing, I'm a nobody, I will go nowhere. It happened to me. I actually was so fluent in German, I wanted to be a diplomat and a translator. And my dad, you know, being the dad that he was, said, no, you're awful. You don't even try, he said, you will fail. And guess what? I never went. I never even went to try for exams to get into school. So I never even tried. That's the power of somebody telling you you suck. Chelsea. Hey, Chelsea. Oh, okay, now I know your name. I'll try to remember. My cousin is a therapist and says there is no such thing as a bad child. Exactly. Yeah, that's very true. You know, as children, we explore life until somebody beats us on the head and says, you can't do that, or you suck, or this is bad. And then we begin forming opinions about who we are. And then that's cement. So you're like 30, 40, 50 years old. You're still this 5-year-old kid in your head thinking you're bad. Anaxo. Hey, what's your name, Anaxo? I would love it. How come you love your parents after what they did to you? Hey, I hated them for a long time. I was very angry, and I posted another video. You can go see it, where I'm talking about imagining my parents as babies. So it was me being a mom, and now my kids are grown. My daughter's 26, my son is 17. He's going to be 18 this summer, so he's going to move out of the house. I'll be like an empty nester. I'm done with kids. It took me this many years, and me being almost done being a mom, meaning, you know, I don't have to actually cook food for my son like he cooks for himself, to come to this realization that my parents were little kids at one point too. So in that moment, when I would imagine them as these little kids, oh, your name is Joanna. Very nice to meet you, Joanna. I'll try to connect Anaxo with Joanna. It's hard, but I'm sure I'll remember. So that came to me. I didn't force it. So please don't feel like you have to forgive. your abusers. Don't feel like you have to love them. You don't. If you hate them, great. Fucking hate their guts for what they did to you. Be angry. Be violent, in your head, and then put it into a story. That's what healed me. I was really violent to my father in my stories in particular. My mom abused me too. However, my father abused me much worse. So, it was at my father. Most of my hate was directed. So no, you won't love them. But if it will come to you, then that's beautiful. Great. But if it doesn't come to you, please don't force yourself, no matter what anybody tells you. Hey, Lily and Alf. Lily and Alf, or tell me what your actual name is. What about them having been children too made you forgive them? It was just the thought that when they were born, that they they wanted to love and be loved. And then some shit happened to them and they stopped believing in love. Okay, so that made me cry because I identified. I was just a baby just like them. I was also born and all I wanted to be loved and loved, right? That was just all I wanted. And they never got it. So they never knew how to give it to me. Does it make sense? And that just broke me down. I was just saying at a hotel upon checkout, this owner came to me saying I should never come back. Said I should go back. Okay, His Majesty, if you tell me more of your story, because I'm reading kind of half of it. Oh, Lily, it's Lily. My dog name is Alpha. Oh, what kind of a dog do you have? I grew up with like 4 dogs and, 3 cats and a rat. And we even had a hedgehog. He was hiding under the wardrobe. Lisa. Oh, very nice to meet you, Lisa. Are you in Germany? We always take things our parents say so personal. I've learned to detach from it. Yeah. So, yes. I mean, unfortunately, parents are the first people in your life that are people that you see and you learn from. So if you were lucky enough to have great parents, I'm so happy for you. If you weren't, you have to parent yourself, okay? You were going to be your best parent because your parents never were for you. I love Cheetos. 14, tell me what your name is. My dad is verbally abusive to me and has anger issues. He refuses to get help. What would you do? First of all, don't try to help him. So here's the one thing I learned. If somebody's not ready for help and you try to give them help, they view it as an attack and they will attack you back. So anything you tell him about his anger issues, he will only hurt you more. So possibly, if you can, however you can, is minimize your contact with him. If you're in the same house, that is probably impossible, but try to look busy or get busy or just try to cut him out of your life as much as you possibly can. And the second thing you can do, maybe he'd be open to it. We've done that at my startup, Emberville, with other Embers. We call our community members Embers. It's kind of like a way in to the person who would not listen to you is you would write a story about how it hurt them, how they hurt you, like something awful, but you change your name, you change their name, you change appearance, maybe even gender. But then you come to your dad and say, hey, Dad, I wrote a story. I wrote it for you. And then you give it to him to read. And if he recognizes himself in that story, he might be open to talk about it. Does it make sense? So I did that with my boyfriend. I think I told you, some of you here, that he makes these awful, like, grumpy noises in the morning. He was abused in the morning, and so it's a very triggering time for him. But his noises are a trigger for me. And when we make the bed together, he would, like, jerk the bedspread his way, and it triggers me. And so I wrote a story, and in that story, this woman with her husband, he jerks the bedspread and she kills him. So I read him the story and he's like, wow, it really bothers you this much? So it helped us talk about something that I didn't know how to talk to him about. How do you get over a crush? Says Choco Elta. Tell me what your name is. Oh my God. It's been a long time since I went over a crush. God. I would say write all your love into a story. Again, this is like my blanket kind of a suggestion to all of you. If you write a fictional story, it just makes you feel good, because in the fictional story, you can have a happy ending. In the fictional story, you're happily ever married or happy ever after or whatever. So she's so goofy. I'm sorry. Oh, it's Lisa, right? Is it Lisa? I would love to read a book from you where you're talking about parenting yourself. I sort of have that book. Okay, so If you guys want to get any of my books, they're on my site. If you go to kseniaansky.com, all my novels are on there. Probably Irkut Dura is the one where I sort of talk about running away, being a homeless teen, being a teen mom, pregnant at 17. So you can read that one. If you have money, you know, you can buy a book from me. Most of the money will go to me. Oh, chocolate, you're Sarah. Nice to meet you, Sarah. But if you buy it from me, the money mostly goes to me. I sign it for you, and it's like $25. But if you want to buy it cheaper, go to Amazon, search my name. You can get it there for like 15. But if you don't have any money at all, on my website, you can download the ebook version for free. Lisa from Hamburg, yes, then I'll take your money. I mean, I do ship books internationally. It just costs like 20 or $25, you know, to ship internationally, but I will sign it and kiss it for you, you know, and you'll have it. Maybe you'll sell it on for big bucks on eBay later. I don't know. But yeah, people do get it from me, and I ship internationally. I would love to send it to you. However, hey, Vita, there is my Vita. I would love to get your book later. Yeah, like I said, if you're broke or poor, you can go and download the ebooks on my website. Then just when you have money later, please support some other creator. You know, we're all giving to each other, and it has to come around, right? That's how we support each other. But if you can, buy it from me and I'll totally ship it to you. I'll sign it, and you know, I ship internationally. It might take a while. Now with COVID, it's a little slower, but you'll get it. So broke is just temporary. I know. Mao Silly says, thank you for your account on TikTok. It helps you. I'm so happy that it helps you. What is your name? I would love to know your name. And Shaika3001 says, thank you. Thank you for spending your time here watching my live stream as opposed to, you know, doing something else. So we were talking originally about self-love because today's Valentine's Day, and I was telling everybody how important it is that you take the time today to love yourself, okay? You don't need to give love to your partner, your spouse, your kids, your neighbors, your whatever. You are the most important person in your life. So do today, the one thing for you that you've always denied yourself. I don't know what that is. Please do it. Yeah, I'm so happy, Vita, to see you here. My name is Shaika. It means Princess of the Gulf. Wow, that is beautiful. How do I pronounce it? I'm so scared. Shaika, am I pronouncing it wrong? Because I know people butcher my name all the time. It's Ksenia, but people can't say K and S together. So please tell me how to pronounce it correctly. Anaxo says, the best time of my day is participating in your live stream. The best time of my day is spending my time here with you guys. Sorry, Anaxo, was it Lily? I don't know. I don't remember. I forgot your name again. Keep posting your name and I will hopefully remember. It's Shaika. Shaika? Is it ka or a ka? Shaika? You know, maybe there's a video or something you can send to me how to pronounce it correctly. Joanna. Oh my God, it is Joanna. Sorry, I confused you with Lisa. Fuck. Shaika. Okay, I like that. That's beautiful. What does it mean? My name is Greek, actually, because... Oh, Luli. You guys, I completely screwed up your names. I'm so sorry. I'm trying. So my name is Greek because the Greek Orthodox Church came to Russia in 800 or something like that. I can't remember when, actually. I don't know my Russian history. So a lot of Greek names came with the religion together. And so Ksenia is a Greek name. It means foreigner, which I am in this country. Funny enough, foreigner, tourist, or guest. So that is what my name means. Shaika. Oh, I like it, Vita, how you wrote it. Yeah, I wonder what that name means. I know Vita means life, isn't it? I'm not sure. I think Vita, vitality. I think it's from the Latin vita. For those of you who are just joining, oh my God, I've been yakking off my ear for what? Let's do another 10 minutes, okay? And then I'll go eat lunch and I'll go out. It's snowing in Seattle. It is nuts. You guys want to see? Hold on. How do I flip can I flip the camera here? Oh yeah, I can. Okay. This is my desk. This is where I do my writing. See you guys? So this is what we have in Seattle right now. Look at this. It is crazy. It's winter wonderland. Like, I totally miss Russia because this is what I grew up in. But I'm gonna go, hold on, flip camera back. Yeah, oh, look at that. I'm figuring out technology, hell yeah. So, oh, we can do it this too. So you can see my, this is my little writing cave. This is the couch where I drop for naps or where I read when I'm totally tired. Hold on, go away. Now when I clicked more, oh, there, it went away. So would you ever go back visit to Russia? Yeah, I do. I go every 3 to 4 years, but it's always a pain. Would you move back to Russia? No, I'm done with that country and I'm done with that language. Like, I found a new identity here. If I go back, it's a trigger because so much stuff happened to me in Moscow, terrible things, that I even going to certain streets, I can't. And the people in the atmosphere, some people are missing, but man, I can't. When I go back and I come back to America, it takes me about 2 weeks to get back to my normal state. Like, it's not good. Come to Riga next time. Yes, I need to go to Riga. I actually went to Riga for my honeymoon with my second husband, so I miss it. I love Cheetos. Were you, Lisa? I'm so afraid. I think it was the booty something who was Luli. I hope I'm keeping all the names straight. So anyway, if you have any last questions for, another 7 minutes or so before I go and shovel food in my mouth, let me know. Oh, you're Rachel. Very nice to meet you, Rachel. Okay, and I'm just trying to keep all the names straight. So, we were talking again about self-love. All promise me that you will do something for yourself today, okay? Something that you love doing and it will make you feel happy. How am I doing? I'm doing great today. I wrote this morning. I wrote for 2 hours. I'm writing my next book, a thriller. It's called The Dutch Murders. It's about the serial killer who kills women. Obviously, it's written from my father because, I'm trying to understand the psyche of someone who's doing terrible things, and then I'm going further into it. So, that makes me happy, and then I'm gonna go walk in the snow. That will make me happy too. Shaika has been painting for 4 hours. Wow, can we see? Can you post the picture for us to see? I don't know how we can do it here, but that sounds beautiful. I know some of you just joined, you guys. We're already wrapping up. Hell, that's exciting. Rachel says, that's exciting. I'm also here. Sorry to hear about your father. Yeah, well, it is what it is now. It used to bother me now. It doesn't bother me anymore because it was never, sure. Look at that, you guys. Shaika is going to share. Am I assuming your pronouns as she and her? Is that correct? Correct me if I'm wrong, please. I want to use the proper pronouns for you. We're going to see Shaika's painting, hopefully. So, yeah, for those of you just joining now, I'm wrapping up. Go watch my video and just posted about self-love today. You are your own Valentine. You don't need anybody to love you. You're enough. Love yourself. Okay? Post a video on your TikTok. What do you mean? Oh, you mean the video of Shaika painting? Yeah, that's a good idea. Lisa says you're lovely, a lovely workplace. Yeah, I used to not, this is the first house that I love. Like, I used to, and this is still a rental too. Like, I haven't actually owned a house in my life yet. I'm still financially dragging myself out of a hole. When do I usually go live? I am sorry, Choco Elta, you told me your name and I forgot it. So usually on the weekdays, I try to do between kind of 9:30 and 10 a.m. Pacific time. And on the weekends, it's kind of like now. I actually was hoping to do more like 10:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m., but I'm late. I actually started 11:30 or 11:45, and it's 12:30. So if you catch me in these times, I usually do it after I write in the morning. Do you work for yourself? So I used to, but now I have a startup. So I'm a CEO and founder of a startup that's in my bio. It's called Emberville, and I'm building a safe, thank you, Sarah, for reminding me. I'm building a safe community where you can write your trauma and your you know, your anxiety or anything that plagues you into a story, and then we're gonna help you publish it. Not like Amazon, you know, not like with ISBN numbers, nothing, but just we're gonna help you craft it into a beautiful story and share it. A fictional story. Hopefully it's cheaper and better than therapy. You know, it's like a new thing that we're doing. I call it daily mental health exercise. So I'm not making any money at the moment because I sunk all the money that I made, a little bit of savings that I had, you know, into the startup, and I'm not paying myself yet. We're not making enough revenue yet, but we will get there with your help. So if you can, please join us. It is terrific. People love it. I am crazy. I want to change the world. So please join too. You know, we gotta flood the world with our stories, with the real stories. So Marcel says, I can't wait to get to where you're mentally in regards to forgiveness and self-love. Long process. Thank you for being here. I will help you. I hopefully will save you time and money by being here, because it cost me a lot of money to go to therapists. I went through 8 therapists. And none of them have done much work for me. Some of it worked, but some of it didn't. I wasted so much time and so much money until I realized it was not helping me. Okay, so I'm going to share with you what worked for me here, and I will hopefully help you save years of looking for therapists and also save all that money you have to pay, because I didn't have medical insurance. It's like I couldn't afford therapy. Like, you know, a therapy session costs a lot of money. That is another reason why I started a startup, Emberville, is to provide this help without the cost of therapy, the crazy cost. Luli, thank you for reminding me. So Marcel, is that your name, Marcel? I was just asking everybody to ask for the name. It really depends who you have for your therapist, Martin says. Yeah, but you know what? I couldn't find the right therapist because I am a childhood sexual abuse survivor, and it is very specific. And the therapist didn't know what to do with me. And so I bounced from one to another to another. I do have a wonderful therapist now, but it took me 10 years to find her. So that just, for those 10 years, I struggled. And that is why I want to help you here, guys, because it was a struggle for me. Miss Wiss says, have you ever tried Hypnotize? I'm thinking about to do it. Yeah, and I'm not. Hypnosis doesn't work on me. Like a lot of trauma abuse survivors, like when we went through some really heavy trauma, most of us, you can't hypnotize us because we just can't let go of control. We're terrified. Oh, yay. Very nice to meet you, Marcel. We're wrapping up because I actually have been talking now for, I think, over 45 minutes. Come again tomorrow. I'm going to be doing it every day. Tomorrow, probably a little earlier, more like 9:30 a.m. I'm going to try to stick to 9:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. Pacific time window. I don't want to give you a specific time because the last 2 times I blew it, you know, because life happened, shit happened. I was like, I can't keep it. But in the future, hopefully, we'll be more certain. But again, once again, before leaving, please, today, realize you don't need anybody to love you. And if you're celebrating Valentine's Day today, please celebrate by loving yourself. You are the most important person in your life, okay? And self-love is very healthy, and you need it. Thank you. I already forgot your name again, Axel. Fuck. Oh, please, I forgot. Mouse Silly says, this is really cool. Yeah, if you tell me your name. If you keep pounding on me with your name, I'll remember. Jude. It was Jude, right? Thank you so much from Saudi Arabia. I'm so privileged and grateful, you guys. Oh my God, you're from all over the world. I love you. Oh, Joanna. Oh my God. Please don't kill me. I will remember eventually. Just keep showing up. Like I said again, if you have any questions I haven't answered, there's the Q&A thing in the bio, right? So type them there. If you want to keep it private and send me a longer story, Sarah. Okay, that's Sarah. Jesus Christ. So go follow me on Instagram. It's my same name. Send me like a longer message there. If you want to write even more personal stuff, go to my startup's website. There's like a conversation thing. You can converse in there with me or send me an email, or you can even schedule like a 20-minute one-on-one with me so I can show you in my community in Emberville. If you go to emberville.com, there's like a little banner at the top. It says schedule a Zoom meeting. So I can tell you what we're doing pretty much, okay? You go, ha ha ha. You know, I just already forgot. Oh, Sarah, it is. I had to scroll up to see your thing. Okay, love yourself today. I love you. Thank you so much for being here. I'm gonna come again, be live tomorrow. I'll do another video. I have like a list here. You guys are telling me what you want the videos be about. I'll hopefully go through this list. But aside from that, I love you, okay? You love yourself. You don't need anybody else to love you. And you're awesome. And you're enough. And bye. And in German, tschüss. I remember that. And in Russian, пока. I'll see you tomorrow. Пока.